So, if you haven't heard already, yes, the word is out that, yes, finally, Adventure Time is going to come to an end in 2018. What do I think of this? I think it's time. I think it's honestly time, and it's not being canceled. It's officially being ended by the studio at the end of the show's 9th season. That will be it. But you gotta understand, first off, let me say that, an animated show in this day and age that has gone as long, and your name is not The Simpsons, then kudos. Also, let me state that, I know, what about Family Guy? I mean, like a children's show. Like, I know Adventure Time is more than that, but really, Adventure Time, you gotta give it props, especially on Cartoon Network, lasting, probably one of the longest lasting shows on Cartoon Network, if not, I think, the longest, if I'm not mistaken. This is a show that, even though I've kind of dropped out of it, I have really dropped out of watching Adventure Time and, really paying attention to it, because I just kind of, when Pendleton Ward left, I just kind of felt like, I'm just not feeling it anymore. For some reason, after Pendleton Ward left the show, and when they brought in the new people, I was just like, I'm just kind of not feeling the show anymore. Unfortunately, I just wasn't feeling it. Anyway, but I will say this, that you have to give nothing but total respect to this show, because, let's face it, Adventure Time brought in the new modern age of Cartoon Network shows. Without Adventure Time, we would not have had, Regular Show, or Steven Universe, or any of the new shows coming out from Cartoon Network. And I am really, I'm really happy for that. I'm really happy that, these shows are lasting as long, I know also that, Regular Show is coming to an end this year. In fact, I think at the end of the month, it's ending. And they did announce that it's not canceled. It's being, it's ending on its own accord. So season 8, good on you, good on you, Regular Show. That was another show that had a lot of longevity, and it's really good to see again Adventure Time surviving as long as it did. Again, it's probably the longest lasting show, and Adventure Time helped bring the Cartoon Network out of the Cartoon Network station out of the dark ages, and with it brought so much with it. It showed you can do fun. Just a lot of fun storytelling with dark elements as well. I mean, there are some great stories in Adventure Time that can either scare the shit out of you, make you laugh, and make you feel, and probably all in the same episode. Seriously, go watch I think probably one of my favorite episodes is the Christmas special episode, where we find out at least a snippet of Ice King, where we find out a little bit of Ice King's backstory. And, of course, we learn about Betty and all of that. So it really showed that this show has balls. Or had balls. Now, the show is ending in 2018, so we have about pretty much a year, and depending on when it ends in 2018, we've got about maybe a year and a half with this show, so it's not going anywhere for a time being. In fact, I was surprised that it was announced that we now know the show's ending in 2018. We now know that the show has an end in the year 2018, and that's a year and a half from that. Pretty much 2 years. We've still got about 2 years. Well, 2 years technically with Adventure Time. So to announce it, this kind of news now is interesting. Of why they went ahead, even though they could have just said, they could have announced this in like 2017. But no, they chose to say it early. I guess the best way I could and this is just my theory, this is just my personal theory, and I could be totally wrong on this, is that what got them to say this early with Adventure Time is so they wouldn't confuse people to say that this is getting canceled, because they got some serious flack for, when Regular Show was said to be canceled, and then they had to come out, both the creator and the studio and Cartoon Network had to say, no, it's ending on its own accord. After the backlash. And I think the same with Amazing World of Gumball, which I think is also ending at some point as well. Either the creator's leaving or it's not. I don't know. It's also kind of weird because I remember someone saying that the new head of Cartoon Network Animation really only cared about Adventure Time and Amazing World of Gumball, and yet this is happening. So I guess that wasn't proven to be true. But yeah, I think that, there's still a lot of time to, and I think it's, again, high time that Adventure Time it's done its job. It's still telling a great story, but I feel like it's time to go. You either live long enough to see yourself become Adventure Time, or you die like The Simpsons. You live long enough to see yourself become The Simpsons, basically. Yeah, so I think it's nice that it's getting, it's gone as long as it has. Even though, again, like I said, it had, I dropped off of it, but I still have a lot of respect for Adventure Time and the fandom, because again, it's what seriously gave Cartoon Network that major boost. You could argue that Flapjack was the opening door to it, because again, it was the opening door for Alex Hirsch as well, and him to go off to do the show we all know and love him that he did. And yeah, this was I just gotta say, yeah, we all kind of expected it. We all kind of expected this to happen, but still, does it hurt? Yeah, it does suck. It really does suck that this is, still going to happen. But on the other hand, I'm glad, rather than have it continue to drag on and still be like, and become something like The Simpsons. So really, it's probably for the better. It is probably for the better, and I'm hoping, we can get, what I'm kind of hoping, the final episode is, after everything is said and done, you just see Finn and Jake just walk off into the sunset and just be like, let's just go have another adventure, or something like that. Kind of like, just like something it's just them, not really it's a world-destroying thing or something like that, it's just Finn and Jake going off on another adventure. Yeah, kind of like if you've ever read the Calvin and Hobbes comic, where the final strip was just them in a snowbank and just going off to going down a hill sledding. So something like that. It's a nice little slice of life story of just Finn and Jake, after all is said and done, they just decide, let's just go on another adventure, and just them going off on it. So yeah. Anyway. So you guys tell me, what do you guys think of Adventure Time ending in 2018? Are you guys okay? Are you guys at peace with it ending? Are you guys not? How do you think the show will end? Just comment below, let me know. And once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.